Welcome back. So I'm just waiting for the stream to confirm that it's got the data and then we can go. Alright. What's this back here? Oh, this is an extension of that area. Wait, hang on, there might be a door there then. Hello! I need to beat you up again. You look like you don't want to go in.
The feet mouth. It ate the dragon.
Don't tell me we're going in after it.
Yes? There's loot in there. Where there is loot, you will find me to loot it. What you initially take for yet another frozen corpse appears on the closer inspection to be a heavily armoured figure encrusted in a jagged layer of cold, cloudy bluish ice. The warrior's upraised hand seems to be reaching out towards something, fingers splayed wide and grasping. Perception and insight, examine the hand. Two of the fingers have been broken from the hand. Based on the hard, sharp edges of what's left, it seems this occurred after the figure froze over. Seems to be warding against some threat. History or religion, examine the armour. More chance for religion. Partial success. I failed the history check and got the religion check. The breastplate and chain worn by this figure seem to significantly be more intricate than anything else you've seen since arriving at Harbinger's Watch. Padding and heavy cloth complete the panoply. Probably as protection against the cold. Examine it with history this time. History of 14 failed completely. Search for presence of spirits. Okay, remove the helmet. You're reluctant to reveal an elven woman with bluish white skin and darker blue hair. Her correlation and the heavy epicantic folds hooding her eyes mark her as Glenfeln. Remove the armour. Sleight of hand, hammer and chisel, pull the armour free, fire ability. Here we go again! That near summons a fourth a blast of flame. Steam billows outwards as ice melts away from the corpse. After a minute, flickering orange light and crackling sounds emerge from within the cloud as the corpse glows ignite. The charge remains sag to the floor, rapidly cooling as the magic flames run its course. You gather the miraculously unharmed armour from the remains. Okay. So if you get any affliction on you, you get extra. Speak a prayer for the elf soul. Why not? You take a few minutes to consign the deceased to the wheel. You leave the remains behind. So, who's... Yeah, Constantine doesn't have an armour yet that is decent. So, Helm of the White Void. Convert intellect to perception and engaged enemies, whereas 10% grace is converted to misses from weapons. Plus 10 active with body affliction, main affliction attacks. Not useful to him. But this soulbound armour grants chaos. Yeah, he's going to be in the front line, so he's going to be afflicted a lot. So It doesn't have a bind in Pacific, so we can just bind it to him. Which class on him do you want to bind it to? Barbarian. Yeah, sure. Reforge the soul of a follower of Rimagant. What? Okay. Constantine, you got a throw. Right, let's go into this beat mouth.
You stand before the shining portal that devoured the dragon. This close, you see it as a ragged-edged tear in the world.
Is Edwin meant to be the narrator, or is it just the narrator forgot to change her voice for the narrator, between the narrator and Edwin, and just give the same voice to both of them?
As you near, the portal flares bright. Brighter, too bright to stand. When the light fades, and at last you can see again, a great, shaggy aurochs stands before you. A bone-snapping chill radiates from the creature. It is the manifestation of Remergant.
Hey again, how you doing?
Herald of Bereth, you teeter on the very precipice of your death. You must grow impatient with Aethus's slow trudge toward the end, that you would seek it for yourself. Passing through the breach will shred your soul into its constituent parts, to little more than wayward motes of essence. Knowing that, what do you want?
What happened to that dragon?
Her soul was drawn through the breach, the Veetmouth, and into the beyond. Neriskirlas has bound her soul to a relic from the days when the gods walked Aora as titans. This relic lies in the beyond, and it holds her soul captive there.
Who is Neriskirlas?
That is the name the dragon chose for herself.
What is the relic?
It is one of the many things Kith have thrown into the beyond, in hopes it might be devoured by the White Void.
Why did the dragon bind her soul to it?
The relic cannot be destroyed. In her ignorance, Neriskirlas hoped that tying her soul to it would save her from death.
Neriskirlas, right.
She is mistaken. True death has not claimed her yet. But it will. It is inevitable.
Is that why the iceberg is here?
Yes. The iceberg is the natural result of Neriskirlas's desperate attempt to evade death. Every time she escapes from the beyond into the here, she tears the hole a little wider. And so, the chill of my realm spreads.
And your cult, the Harbingers, what about them?
They have done as Kith always do. They have claimed for themselves a place that is not their own. They are no concern of mine.
What's the difference between Veetmouth and the White Void?
The Veetmouth is the gaping maw of entropy. The White Void is the hunger that gnaws at the guts of Aora and cannot be sated.
Your breach will freeze the Deadfire if you don't close it then.
That is unfortunate for you.
Diplomacy, rational, then let's make a deal.
That you trust still in me, or any god to deal honestly with you, it is remarkable. Naive, but remarkable.
Say nothing.
There is something you may do for me.
I don't trust in you, I just know you have to do something, cause, yeah.
Like a maggot, the dragon Neriskirlas has burrowed beneath the skin of my realm. Destroy her.
With pleasure.
A low rumble shakes the ground beneath your feet.
I would rather watch you fail than bar your entry. But you lack the means to enter the Veetmouth and survive the journey. You must seek the Eye of Remergand, a relic that once belonged to my vassal, Greenhider. It is a cold, blue stone, and it lies somewhere within this temple.
You mean this?
Indeed. Approach the Veetmouth with the relic in hand. It will grant your soul safe passage into the Shattered Realms.
See, Rimmergand, of all things, he might be a bit of an ass wanting to destroy everything, but he's not actually a dickwad.
The White Void's only purpose is to destroy souls, and it is adept at doing so. I will not stop my servants there from their work. They will treat you no differently than any wayward soul.
Can I kill them too then?
Should you fall to their predations, not even Bereth will be able to save you.
Remergand pauses, his dark cluster of eyes watching you intently.
One final thing, Watcher. You must destroy that dragon.
When his words fall silent, and only the shriek of the wind through the breach remains, the light flares again, then quickly dies. You open your eyes and find the beast gone.
Yeah, see, like, the voice actress seems to have either forgotten or doesn't care that she's using the same voice for both. Let's give it there a bit of a boost. Right, yeah, it's like she's either forgotten or doesn't care that she's using the same voice for both. Right. That's more useful. But switch places. Switch places is good, so I can get them out of a tight spot that way. Let's just give him large shields as well, in case I want to give him that other shield. He's got a lot of accuracy, so he can take it. Or let's give him stilettos. Yeah, give him stilettos, so that way we've got people with stiletto. I don't have enough stiletto proficiencies. So 3 people at level 20, I don't need Vatnir anymore then.
The blinding light of the breach pulses in time with the heartbeat of Aora. Your soul pulses in response.
Enter the breach. Right, I know you can actually come back and forth. Right, so we are just going to sit there as our souls go back and forward. Now, Denner's got a really good thing to be here for, which is Saint Weideman. Apparently his soul is here, or... yeah, apparently his soul is trapped in here. Yeah. Oh, Constantine went up to level 20 as well, so give him a bit more history and a bit of mechanics. What do we want? A Barbie? Can you go away, please? Or a Chanter ability? Don't care about any of that. Yeah, give him that. Cause if he has to spare and he doesn't need to fucking use it, he may as well use that. I mean, if he's got spare fucking phrases, he may as well use that. I don't care. Have a sword proficiency if you must. Oh, one of these guys again.
After him!
Like that, son!
Fucking hell, that thing is just getting pounded.
You followed me into the abyss? Have you so little respect for the scant years your fragile form affords you?
The dragon growls through sword-like teeth, yet meaning behind the sounds rings within your mind.
I know not why the short-sightedness of Kith continues to surprise me. Leave while the option remains, lest you be bound here as I am.
What are you?
Circumstance does not afford me time to address ridiculous queries.
You're not trapped here, you just attacked Harbinger's Watch.
A simple understanding of a complex situation.
Then help me understand?
No. I bear responsibility for neither your enlightenment nor your sophistication.
The giant reptile's head cranes to the right, turning a glowering eye upon you. A snort flares her nostrils.
Descend into the void or do not. I care neither way. But know that within its depths do all things encounter their endings.
Which is why you hide there. Okay. In the silence that follows the dragon's descent, a faint twinge plays along the hair on your arms. After a moment you realise that the sensation stems from your soul, a faint echo of essence across your watcher senses. The fractured pieces of armoured spirit you saw rush to battle nearest Scirillus reach out to you, beckoning. Okay. The damn dragon hisses as you drag the mace upwards into the bottom of its jaw. It attempts to bat you away from the reed mouth, but you duck beneath its claws. You jam the edge of your shield into the side of its neck. You'll not allow it to passage into the world of living. With an abrupt shock of pain, the vision ends. The strands of the sundered soul cling to you like cobwebs. Okay, another soul. It's an honour, your mother told you. The altar of decline really sends for a Gandhur. Okay, among the clans, but your heart breaks as the land recedes behind the ship. You never noticed it before, such warmth from your frigid home, but it's stark as day in its absence. You sail north, the captain tells you, keeping well to west of Nistatak and its stout defenders. The journey will take weeks, but it'll be quicker, he says, as he points you towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. Huh. Work for your passage. Reinheider, Orlun's daughter, dragged again before the elders for wandering. Never leave the clan without another, they said before, would say again, each time drumming it into her shoulders with a staff of etched bone. The land is one of endings, the beast of winter's dread domain, where he lurks beneath the snow, above the stars, and within the red fangs and claws. Never walk alone. The girl will not learn, Bjarni Fall tells them, for her ears are frozen shut. She wants to hit him, but he's a bare-blooded adult, grown, and she's but a gawkish child of threshing berries. He's not worth another drumming. The elder silences him. She will learn, the wizened elf answers, or she'll die. Regardless, she belongs to Rimagand, not to you. Alright, is there any more soul pieces? Aha. You have to ignore the screaming to shut it out and focus. Dragon's at the doors, and you've got moments before it's breached them, before it's reached the breach mouth to sup on Remagan's gateway as if it's the many your kin, as it has so many your kin. You will not allow it. In your prayers you open the way to Rimagand, forging a road to your soul, and from here through the beyond and into the very depths of the white void. He accepts, the Veep mouth opens, winter claims all. A soul stands before you, shimmering and indistinct, her sharp elven features fade to nothing as it at the edges and extremities. Ignore the man wearing your armour. You recognise her form as that the armoured corpse standing frozen in the temple beyond the portal that's now been melted to fuck.
You trespass.
Vatnir gapes at the phantasm and retreats a step towards the portal. It's something of a habit of mine. Not much a talker, eh? The figure takes a step closer and the air grows colder, drier, frost spreads from her crowed feet.
You retain yourself. Your life, your awareness, your soul. How?
The Rimmergan gave me this. Her spirit's eyes widen as she reaches towards the orb. She stops short, fingers twitching before letting her hand drop to her side. Her attention falls to the frozen ground.
Your presence suggests that Rimmergand has chosen a new guardian to put the worm to the blade. To succeed where I have failed.
You tried to kill that monster? Do you know what it is?
Before it came here, it was a dragon. What it has become since, exactly, I cannot say. It fell upon our temple wielding powerful wizardry. I believed that it desired the temple itself, or our accumulated lore.
Yeah, ignore the dwarf wearing your armour.
I was mistaken.
What was the dragon after?
Rimmergun gifted our people with a Veet mouth that we might yield to him. Those objects or individuals that persisted beyond their value to the clans. In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, the worm sought to retrieve one or more of the sacrificed relics. Even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed. Still, its soul persists against the power of this place. And I would see it ended.
The dragon seemed pretty solid when I fought out at temple.
Was but a shadow forged of spirit stuff, by the worm's own will.
You claim that the dragon manifested itself from ambient essence?
As if it's a chanter who can chant up itself.
I need to find that dragon.
Then you must seek it below. Know that the white void will consume you, however. A few souls here cling tenaciously to coherence. Some for as long as centuries. Seek them, if you would know the secrets of their longevity. This place decomposes spirits. Do not be surprised if the souls require repair before rendering you aid. I imagine, though, that the Beast of Winter would prefer you hasten their dissolution.
I'll help if I can.
In its desperate thrashing, the worm has scattered this ruined realm. You may find your way stymied as you proceed. Do not fear to forge the path you seek.
Oh, so I just had to talk to her, right. So now he has to get 100 afflictions. And he's got entropy guard. Immobilize for 22 seconds, plus 2 armor rating, plus 4 freeze armor rating. And that's an ability I can use on... Right, okay. Plus 5 all defenses when he gets an affliction, so... What's down here? Right, so... Quests... Edwin and Vatnia, okay. Right, something I can't use just yet. So, the endless queries, the bridge ablaze. Oh, that's where we get even more wide one. Let's go meet Widewind. Gaze into its depths. Through the shimmering gate, a structure of fixed stone arises, thronged by soldiers washed in rosy shades of dawn. The light shifts to clear the bright blue of day, then again to red, all for a matter of moments. Step into the portal. Let's go see Widewind in his final moments. Hey, pup here. Oh, here's my pupster. He's just sleeping at my feet, stinking like normal. My God, I've got a lot of fucking explosives on this bridge.
This place stinks of flame and flesh. You don't suppose we could leave?
I can see the trap from here.
Sure.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Is that? No. It can't be. Can it? Evandur Bridge. This is where the Saints' War ended. Godhammer went off, blasted this place to pieces. And everyone in it. Say, how reliable are these memories anyway? Is this how it actually looked, or just what someone remembers of it?
I'm not sure.
Huh. Well, it sure looks convincing enough. Thought this bridge was supposed to be older, though.
Half his face is missing. Oh, there's Widewind. The figure at the head of the Lutheran army seems at odds with his surroundings, more like he's delivering a sermon than leading a bloodthirsty vanguard. His body overflows with soul essence, more than any mortal could hope to contain.
Black Sun. That's Widewind.
Though he has the protection of an army rallying around him, his features are creased with apprehension. You haven't spotted a priest by the name of Durance, have you? He offers no reply.
I'm sure he would have heard about it if Durance were actually here at the time. No, building the bomb and gloating about it from a safe distance? Yeah, that's more like him.
You okay there?
It's not something you see every day. Not even on your worst day. I suppose for the dozen, this was their worst day. And I always figured the stories were exaggerations. Head lied and all that. People always make things sound worse than they were, but... And this looks about bad enough.
It's almost like he's a godlike. Poke him? Maybe we're poking a mountainside. The Battle of Endure Bridge already happened. Nothing can alter the events or their sequence, probably. Is that really you, Widewind? Okay, reach out to his soul. The response is immediate. A dim echo of soul essence clinging to Widewind lurches towards you like a drowning man taking his first lungful of air.
Where am I? And who are you?
Conflicting emotions radiate from his soul, like a mind waking from deep and restless sleep. You're on Evandure Bridge right before the Godhammer bomb went off.
The what hammer?
Beneath his confusion you detect a spark of recognition, but it's very faint. He knows the word, but he may not remember that he knows it.
Oh no, I feel something. It's coming on like a sneeze, but bigger. This is all happening again, isn't it?
What do you mean again?
Keep your distance, it's coming! The cycle's turning back on itself!
He's gone.
Did they expect a dozen to stand against the dawn?
I was in the middle of something. Bring Wyvern back. Your words cause Widewind essence memory to flicker of recognition the moment passes.
Resist and the light will extinguish you. Surrender and be redeemed by the coming of the day.
You feel Wide when someone has the will to attack. He knows how this will end, not because he's reacted to it countless times before, but because it could end no other way. Before he can launch his attack, a tremor runs through the bridge. Heat rises from the stones and blows into an inferno. Am I getting blown up too? Oh my god, look at that. Oh, that does not look fun. Torn apart by the force of the bomb, Weidman is a tableau of agony. Any divine aspect that's fled, leaving him nothing more than mortal and great pain.
Must have been a pretty bad way for Weidman to wake up.
Something catches the light, an engraved circular trinket hanging around the Weidman's neck by a thin cord. Take the trinket. The cord won't disentangle from Weidman's neck, but he manages to slip the trinket free. As a personal sundial, properly adjusted, it can be a small ray of light in the time of day. It could be a small ray of light in the time of day. As your hand closes around it, the spirits of this realm stir in agitation. So as I hit people, they get the negative defences, and I gain defences. Oh, okay. Roused by interference, the spirit's conversion on your position in wordless fury.
Hey, let's go. That wasn't that bad.
Not a problem.
Yeah?
Smart, eh?
What are you doing?
Quick, toss me something else.
Vatnia.
Skate! Ready. Time to rethink this stratagem.
After him.
Might take a nap right here.
God's preserve me. Right on target.
Something warm shines from the distant obscurity of the beyond. It isn't a fire or star, but light itself, seemingly disconnected from any source. You know this isn't your first time seeing it. Aeophis. No sooner does it roll its attention towards you than you feel the heat of a familiar piercing gaze. Aeophis. You, we have unfinished business. What are you doing here? Surveying the destruction you wrought?
Yes, always. That man, Widewin, he had a life that I invaded, delivered to death, and consigned to this culvert. I left him to stand and accept punishment in my stead. I am the piece of the dawn stars that lingered, delayed by grief.
You're feeling ambivalent about the Saints War? The rest of the Aethys could use a conscience like you?
Perhaps. Widewind's fractured mind is holding this bridge, suspended in time. He's no good to anyone until he understands what he forgot.
The energy around his bridge seemed drawn to this.
A fitting token for Widewind. As a holy man, he was a keeper of the light. As a farmer, he was indebted to cycles. Watcher, I implore you for Widewind's sake, to stand in my light and read the sundial. You can follow the timeline of the bomb and find Widewind in the explosion.
I can use this I can use this to manipulate time. How far can I go?
There are limitations. You can perceive nothing beyond what the souls of this place experienced themselves. That is the burden of memory.
I'll carry this sundial into the light and see what happens.
Widewind is scattered across the bridge in 3 parts, but I sense a 4th nearby as well. A piece that detonated with the bomb. Find him in the Godhammer. Make him whole again.
Right. Okay, so we're going to end it there because that's a bit over